All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good rising. Good afternoon. Whatever. 66 on the sleep last night. Damn. Coming off an 84. It was good while it lasted. Always sleep better when I get out for some miles, but yesterday I didn't sleep better. So anyway, and I did walk. So who knows? But what is going on? Alex Redmond coming in hot with a 9. Good to see you, my friend. Need to see more of you. I know you've been working hard. Get on the calls. Been putting protein shake drink mix in my coffee. Try to get away from the creamer. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. We'll be all right. That's doable. I can handle it. Yeah. What is happening, guys? Good to see you. Hopping on. Give people a minute just to tee it up. Today is Wednesday, the 15th, roughly halfway through October. God. Wow. It's going fast. Getting down in the 40s for the early mornings here. I don't know what headphones are squeaking or something. Maybe top out around 65 today. So yeah, it's getting to be that time of year where I really enjoy. So I like it. Why these headphones are squeaking on me. Good morning, sunshine. You got my text, huh? I'm like, wait a minute. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning for Dave. Screw it. I hit send. Time to get up. Shoot. Well, at least you know I'm thinking of you. Yeah, good to see you. What's up, Fred Turner? Good to see you this morning. Must be chilly at camp. Black coffee since Houston. Good for you, Bill. Yeah, I've played around with it from time to time. Yeah, actually, I probably drink less of it if I just drink it straight black. My dad's on here. He always says, "Put a skirt on it." Can you still say that? I think you can. So, yeah. And some of those guys that were at camp left nice bags of coffee behind. So I drank through the Tim Hortons stuff, and I'm on to some other good stuff now. I'm like, ooh, I'll take that home. So yeah, good to see you guys. What's happening? Yesterday was a good day. We got a lot done. Jubal coming in from New Mexico. Good to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure. What time is it there, Jubal? You guys an hour or two? Are you kind of central, but because I know I talked to Daniela, and sometimes in Mexico, in not New Mexico, but in Mexico, it's a 2 hour. But I don't where she was, but I don't know. I got all I can do with Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. Thank God the calendar figures it all out. So 6 a.m. So yeah, 2 hours. Okay. So anyway, what altitude are you at? Are you up there? Up there in the clouds? Yeah, coffee's good though. Coffee's good. Well, guys, hey, let's get into it. Settle down, all right? Uh-oh, Bubba's here. Let's get started. I'm all right. Now I can stop kicking the ball down the road. Bubba's here. We can get started. So, first of all, if you haven't heard, we're doing an event called the Mid-South Pond Retreat in Stanton, Tennessee, November 9th through the 13th. I call it Bubba Palooza. 4,600 feet, not bad. Trained it at altitude. Good morning, Richard Nordheim. Good to see you. Yeah, let me get my notes up and ready here. I started looking at something the other day, and I've never needed the readers, right? So I started looking at something the other day. I think I was trying to do a clasp or like a necklace thing for Wendy, and I'm like, damn, I really can't see. I can't see shit. I put her readers on, and son of a gun, if things didn't look better, I'm like, oh no, here we go. You hit 50 and things start falling off. It's just not very good. Anyway, got to go with it. Good morning, Danielle. Yeah, what's happening? So, what? Now what? That's what we're talking about today. Good morning, Jess Novak. Yeah. All right. So, we've been talking about 10 mental models that change the way you lead and sell. There's Wendy. Good morning. Yeah, she's there with the links. blow dryer in one hand and running the links in the in the other. And you've seen her hair, so that's not a that's not an easy task getting that stuff blow dried. Shoot. Yeah. So what I want to talk about today is so what now what? We hashtag that a lot here in the group. So what now what? And really, um, basically, it's that life's going to punch you in the mouth, right? We're all going to get it sooner or later, right? Business is going to test you. People will disappoint you. Okay. Not the question isn't will it happen? It's what do you do next? Okay. So that's the so what now what mindset, the ability to face adversity, accept reality, and move forward with purpose. Okay. Leaders don't live in the problem, they live in the response. I was talking to somebody, I think it was Dave the other day, Dave Brackett, and I said, yeah, he's got a problem for every solution. And he said, what did you just say? I said, he's got a problem for every solution. And if you think about that, you probably have people in your life that, yeah, but uh-oh. Yeah, Roger, I'm getting old, right? You'll never be as old as me, Roger. Good morning, Dan Bennett. Yeah. Bill Gustafson on here. Good to see you. Yeah. So yeah, and I've had that, right? Like, so what now what? Whether it was in business, you get a curveball, right? You get punched in the face, or somebody sues you, whatever. But it's like, so what now what? Or whether it was in my racing stuff, right? You think every day that I stepped onto the race course was perfect, right? I mean, I've had people punch me in the head in a swim. I've had people cut me off on the bike. Some guy get in my face on the run in a sprint distance race. Would have liked to clean him up at the end, but we didn't do that. I intentionally didn't tell Brackett about that one because we would have had the first triathlon fisticuffs at a sprint. Like, who are these guys? Where'd they come from? Oh, they're from Wyndham. Yeah, but try to have that so what now what, right? It doesn't really matter, right? You don't build toughness by avoiding problems. Okay. You gotta get through that stuff. You build toughness by responding to them, right? It's not what happens to you, it's how you deal with it, all that stuff. I got all the cliches. Just ask me. I need more coffee. So the so what part of it, right, is that acceptance, but without the emotion. Okay. Jason coming in at a 9.25. Okay, Chris Pierce, good to see you. Yeah, hide your keys on a scheduled hike. That's right, Bubba. Leave if you're around Bubba, watch out because he's going to play a joke on you. So, yeah, acknowledge the reality, right? It happened. Okay, don't dramatize. Oh, woe is me. I'm the victim, right? Don't deny it. Don't delay it. We're into it. We see what's going on here. So what? Doesn't mean you don't care. It's not a like I don't care. I don't give a crap about it, right? It means you're not going to waste energy on what's already happened. Okay. Wendy's probably laughing like hell right now that I'm talking about this because I still have to work on this every single day, right? I'm like, yeah, but that guy, he did this, and I'm gonna tell him, and she's like, you don't need to. All right. How about this for an example? You had a client bail on you, right? Or a deal fell through, or somebody no-showed you, right? So what? We adapt. Okay. Now what? Now what? Immediate focused action. Decide what you can control right now. Right? What can you control right now? Small, decisive steps, right? Stacking little wins. That stuff turns setbacks into momentum, guys. Okay. Now what is where the growth begins? Now we're turning the bus around, right? Okay. And then we want to have some emotional detachment because that's a superpower, right? Don't get emotional about it. Let them, baby. Yeah, let them. If I ever see that Mel Robbins, I'm going to say, let them, decide what you can control right now. Like I said, winners feel emotions. Okay. They don't just lead with them. Okay. Emotional control is mental toughness. Simple as that. Staying in your box, right? Not getting too rattled. Okay. For example, I have Steve on here all the time. He's a pilot. What if he was up there all discombobulated and freaking out? Wouldn't make you feel very good, would it? Take a look at some of these athletes, the guy kicking a field goal, the guy standing at the foul line, or whatever it is. They have to be cool, calm, and collected, right? They're not worrying about what happened. A closing pitcher gets taken deep on Wednesday night. He's got to come back Thursday night and do it again. Got to have a short memory, right? How about a surgeon? You want somebody operating on you that's worried about something that, maybe a tough conversation they had with their wife before they walked out the door? No. calm under chaos. That's what you want. Okay. Bubba says, tell them thank you. Use that fuel to make them regret not believing in you. Yeah. Sometimes I say, good for you. I'll let you guys figure out what those initials were. Right. Yeah. Momentum comes from movement, guys, not motivation. Okay. Motivation is fleeting. Okay. Waiting to feel ready is just going to keep you stuck. Move first. Just move. Clarity comes later. And I'm not talking about how I always say, like, hey, figure out the parachute on the way down. But I heard it said, I think it was Chris Ty on a podcast said, it's easier to correct something that's in motion than it is to get something going. So get in motion and then correct that. Move first. Clarity comes later. Failure is feedback, not a finish line. Got some failure? Well, we pack our bags and go home, right? No, we don't do that, right? Every challenge delivers data. What can we learn from it? Okay. Do you think that, I mean, other than a couple of really short, not well attended triathlons, I never won a goddamn thing, right? I never. So could you say that every race I did was a failure? I don't know. I learned from every single one of them. Yeah, I had to go all the way up to Northern Maine to find a race to win, but I won. Defended my championship too, and came from way back for you guys in the back that are laughing. Okay, so failure is feedback. If you learn from it, it wasn't wasted. And as my mother said, it's your tuition. It's your tuition. You know, she's often said, "Hey, the last 20 or 30 years for you have been your college tuition." You know, and I'm like, oh, that was the price I paid for not going to school, right? Yeah. We all learn. We just learn in different ways, right? Yeah. So engagement questions is my next section, Bubba. And yes, I do work from an outline, and I do use Chat GPT to help me, you prick. What's something that you hit recently? Right, like it might be somebody in the chat that's being annoying on your live or something like that. Or like, where are you still stuck? Like, so what? So what? Where's that phase? Where are you in the so what instead of the now what? Where in your life or business do you need to stop replaying the problem and start responding to it? Right? Where are you stuck with that? Well, getting down. I'm a victim, you know. Yeah, can't say that word on here anymore. I got called on that. Whoops. Yeah. What would happen if you trained yourself to hang on, Bubba? Let me read that. What would happen if you trained yourself to move from reaction to response in 10 seconds flat? Yeah, move on. One of my friends was like, when something bad thought or negative self-talk lands on you, just kind of brush it off. Just kind of brush it off. So what? It happened. Now what? You move. Right? That's the mindset that separates the professionals from the amateurs and the leaders from the victims. Okay? Are you a victor or a victim? I've heard that one said before, right? So here's the challenge. Today, when something goes sideways, and it will, right? Good morning, Jameson. Good to see you. Something's going to go sideways, and it will, right? How are you going to respond to it? We're going to pause. We're going to breathe and say these 4 words out loud. So what? Now what? Then take one small action forward, you know? One small action. Like right after here, I got to figure out how to block Bubba Hogan from commenting in the chat. So we'll figure that. Right? Yeah. Guys, I hope it was helpful. So what now what, right? So what now what? It's not a big deal. We're on the right side of the grass. Okay. Jump on tomorrow. We're going to talk about thinking like a leader. All right. That's going to be day, I think, 10 of our 10-day series. We're going to connect all 10 mental models we've talked about, including today's so what, now what, into one powerful framework for how elite performers think. Think, decide, and lead. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Got a little something out of it. It's been great to do this series and then bang around. We had Steve on. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think we had Steve yesterday. Get Bubba on here a couple of times talking about his event. We joke around a lot, but I do love him. And we'll be in Stanton, Tennessee. For all you contractors and pond builders, we got an on-site. They're going to build some water features. Steve's going to be there speaking. I'll be there. Tim Catroni from New England Aquatic Landscape. A couple other guys that I can't remember. Bubba can put them in the chat. that are going to help us out. Jacob Salem will be there. If you guys are looking at marketing, Facebook advertising, that kind of things, there's going to be a lot to learn. I'm going to do a workshop with the guys that work in the field, the foremen, the leaders, the guys that are in charge of the guys, right? And talk about getting better at that, okay? We've got a 2-day takeoff event coming up in Texas in December for the Rosenberg Group. You hear me talk a lot about our DSA, our Daily Sales Accelerator. Jump on that. There's a link for a 7-day trial for that. If you're not in the mix, get in the mix on this stuff and get better at communication and your sales game, okay? If your social media needs work, talk to my daughter, Bailey. She can help you out with that, okay? 21 Digital. She's doing big things in Texas. They've got a thing going called The Datey, where they're kind of reinventing how people connect and getting them off the apps. So that's pretty cool too. It's _Datey, Datey on Instagram. Wendy will probably put the link here. We're going to be at Job Tread Connect in January, I think 14th or the 16th. Steve's speaking a couple of times, and the team will be there. We'll be there talking to everybody for a few days. Don't forget to get your tickets for the Job Tread Boot Camp. And on the backside of Bubba's event, that's going to be in Dallas. So we'll be going from Memphis or Stanton to Dallas for that. Not sure if Wendy's going to have any life in her by then. She might come home, but she might go. I'm not sure. So, yeah, guys, grab the links. Did we have the link in here for Bubba's event, Wendy? I think I saw it. Let me see. We want to make sure we put that up. Watch out for those seagulls. Yeah, you like that video, huh? I had nothing to do with that video. There's the tickets for the Mid-South Pond Retreat. We did this last year. And, the thing I like most about it is everything was right on site. We stayed on site. The ticket you buy is all inclusive. It takes care of your meals, your lodging. Bubba's got a great thing going there. It brings in vendors, and it's just super cool. So, guys, check that out. And I don't know if you've seen the post from Wendy yet about her new little T-shirt thing that she's doing. And I shouldn't even call it little because she's already sold a bunch. She's it's called Love and Kindness Threads, and she's going to come on tomorrow and talk about what she's got going there. And she just created an Etsy store, and she spent a lot of time. I won't get into too much of it, but she spent a lot of time in the last year and a half since she gave the corporate world the heave ho, deciding kind of what she wants to do. And she's helped me a lot in the back end of social media and planning and calendar stuff, but she wants to do her own stuff, and I love and respect that. So this is her doing that. Dan Bennett said he wants some in the kid sizes. I just told her that this morning, Dan, and she's going to jump on that, and she's going to come on tomorrow and talk about it. So because she just loves being on video. She's going to come on tomorrow and talk about it. We'll fill you guys in, and I would love it if you could support her. Share the link. Here's an example of how much people love Wendy. Not comparing or anything, but you guys hear me every day, 290 some odd days in a row saying, hey, share my shit, right? 1 or 2 people will share it, right? By the time we got home from dinner last night, 17 people had shared her thing, her thing. So I'm like, damn, girl, you kicking my ass. She got a whole bunch of shares. People love what she's doing. It's just a really cool thing. And she's just, her thing is just spreading love and kindness. Just be nice. As I always say, don't be a jerk, right? She's going to get one of my kindness rocks. One of my side hobbies. Yeah, good, cool. Dustin, good to see you. Been a while. Yeah, Wendy's the best. Ask me how I know. Yeah, don't throw it at her. She's going to work on that, Dan. Gone all day today. Yeah. But check it out. She did put the link in there, right there. There's the link. You can go back through it. Just go follow that or whatever you guys do on Etsy. Check it out. Share it. If you're going to make a profile, make a profile. If you want to buy something, it's great. She's got a whole bunch more coming out. Took her a week or two just to fight through all the crap to get it up and loaded and all that. So, I'm sure you can hire somebody on Fiverr or something to do that for you, but she did every bit of it, learned a lot in the process. So anyway, and check this out. Check out the Datey, okay? And I know a lot of us are in the Northeast, but we're not 25 years old, but if you know somebody that is, or somebody that's on the dating apps, these guys are doing great things in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I'm in the background just stoking the fire. Hey, you could do this. Hey, you could do that. So every once in a while they listen to me. So it's pretty good. what they're doing. They're kind of reinventing how people connect in that area, and they're taking that show on the road. I think they're hitting Austin next. They had an event at Billy Bob's. They bought out a section at the Dallas Mavericks game. So like, you guys are going for it. So it's pretty cool. I'm proud of her. It's fun to see them do that. So anyway, whoo. All right. A lot of energy today. I'm handling the group coaching call on the Rosenberg, in the Rosenberg community today. Bubba's got the DSA, the Daily Sales Accelerator. But if you're a member and one of our coached clients, you'll be on with me for an hour today. And we're going to talk about heading towards 2026 and getting a running start. So we blast through the starting line of 2026 and not just wake up on January 1st and go, all right, what do I want to do in 2026? So yeah. So Wendy says, I ordered a few samples that were messed up, got it fixed, reordered, and got it through. So got it going. So it's been fun to watch. Super proud of her. We'll get her on tomorrow. In fact, we'll just hold the topic for tomorrow aside and just go straight love and kindness with Wendy tomorrow. So if you're curious about what she's up to, how she did it, or just want to support her and find out more information, hop on tomorrow. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up today. I'm going to squeeze in a workout or a walk here before the phone calls start. I want to get that done and make that a priority. I hope you are as well. So guys, remember, so what, now what? Take some action, right? Pause, breathe, take it in for a second, but then take some action. Okay. Don't be a victim. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Take care. Love you all. Take care. We'll see you.